So as we look forward to the playoffs, first of all, I'm here with Graham Kavanagh. First of all, Graham, did you think we had a chance of even getting to the playoffs at the start of this qualifying group?
I genuinely did, to be honest, yeah. Obviously, I think everybody knew it was going to be difficult with the teams that were in the group we had. Everybody highlighted Italy to start with, and as it's come to fruition, Italy have won the group. I think in both games we were probably a bit unlucky. Certainly on Saturday's game we were, and we could quite possibly still be going into this game looking for automatic qualification. Hasn't happened, but I think it was a great performance. I think the lads will take great heart and confidence from it. And luckily enough now we've with the results that went their way on Saturday, we've cemented our place in the playoffs.
The different teams we can meet in the playoffs, I mean, there's none of them we really fancy, but maybe Greece a little bit, but like France, Portugal or Russia. Can you tell us about what we should fear from those nations?
Well, they've tremendous pedigree, obviously, all them nations. I think if you're looking at it from an outsider's point of view, you'd hope maybe to get Greece. They don't have the pedigree of the likes of France or a Portugal or even a Russia. I mean, Russia's a very difficult place to go, as we know. An awful lot of travelling, and I think the games will be spaced between the 4 days, so that'll be difficult. Portugal, we know the likes of Carvalho, Ronaldo, if he's fit. I know he's injured at the minute with an ankle ligament injury, but you would expect by the time the playoffs come around that he'll be fit. Deco, Basingwa, I mean, they've got quality players all across the park. So it's not going to be easy, but likewise, as I say, with the confidence that we've gained from the group, the fact we're going into the playoffs unbeaten, and there really is a high morale, and I think that's justified considering how well we played against Italy.
And that's the good thing about Ireland at the moment. None of those teams want to face us either, do they?
No, certainly not. And I think now we're starting to make Croke Park a little bit of a fortress, which is absolutely fantastic. It's been a long while since we've gone unbeaten in the group. You know, there's the nucleus of a very good team there. You know, the squad has remained intact. There's been one or two additions, and it's a very settled squad. And you know, we've got Robbie, who is obviously always likely to get us goals. Duffer didn't play the other night. He's going to come back and hopefully be fit for the games.
Can you tell us the merits of the French team?
Yeah, they're very technically very good. I don't think they're the team they once were. You know, the Vieira is now coming to the end of his career. Zidane has obviously left. Lizarazu is gone. Thuram's gone, but they have got a young squad with a lot of top quality players. You know, it'll definitely be a difficult game, but as I say, they're not the quality outfit that they once were, and I think that's justified in the fact that they've come second in a division where once upon a time France would have been expected to win that group. Russia, I don't know a great deal about Russia other than the fact they've obviously qualified for the last couple of tournaments, and you know, it would be a difficult place to go because of the distance and the unknown quantity, I suppose. But as I say, we're more than capable of beating any of the teams that are in that qualifying pot, and you know, with the amount of confidence we have and the belief we have, we won't fear anybody.
Well, the different players, the team keeps evolving. The likes of St Ledger and Liam Lawrence coming in. Have you seen Trapattoni at any of the Carlisle United matches recently?
No, I haven't, to be fair. Tardelli's been there a couple of times. No, I'm only kidding, he hasn't. No, but I think we do, to be fair, get a few of the scouts coming to the games. As we've still got Ian Hart and Peter Murphy and one or two others. I know Hardy has a lot of caps for Ireland. I'm not too sure if he believes he will ever get a chance again, but certainly his quality, he's good enough too. But as I say, the squad is very settled at the moment. You know, there's an awful lot of players who come in, and you've mentioned St Ledger, who at the start of the campaign probably wasn't even in contention. He certainly is now. Great goal on Saturday, very good performance, and as I say, everybody's fighting for places, and these two games will determine if we go to obviously the World Cup or not. And who knows after that? I mean, there's probably a nucleus of 30-35 players, and there's only 22-23 who can go, so the competition for places will be absolutely immense come sort of March, April time when the squad is looking to be finalised.
And what are your own memories of the playoffs? It's our fifth time heading into the playoffs. We only got through once against Iran. What are your own memories of the other ones when you're thinking, I could be in the squad if we get there?
Well, around that time I was at Cardiff, and I was looking, 2002 this was, and I was thinking, prior to that, the season before, I scored against Sweden, and I thought, well, this might now cement me place in the squad and give me a couple more opportunities. But at that particular time under Mick, I was more or less getting called in very late on, and I'd carry the drinks and the bags for all the lads. I was more or less the second.
Making yourself essential.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. The lads needing their fluids after the game, I'd supply them, and that was about all it was. But to be fair, under Brian, I got a few more games, which was great. But in terms of the World Cup, I mean, I'm fortunate enough to remember 1988, the European Championships, and certainly 1990, just before I went away, Italian 90. And I don't think you probably appreciate as a player who goes away to the tournaments how big it is in Ireland, because you're consumed in your hotel. It's like a cocoon you live in, and you're getting phone calls and different bits of information about how much joy is happening back home and what it all means and how much the country comes to a stop, but you don't actually experience any of that. I've seen it now on 3 occasions, and alright, we're going through a recession at the moment, but the best thing to get us out of a recession would be us qualifying for the for next year's World Cup in South Africa. So please God, that's the case, and we have a great chance. Alright, we've got 3 difficult opponents, whoever we get, but likewise I don't think they'll fancy playing us.
I think that was what they said on against Italy, that St Ledger had ended the recession for about 3 minutes. Let's hope someone ends it in the playoffs for Ireland anyway. We got a good win. Thanks a million, Graham Kavanagh.